Alright, what's going on, guys? Afflicted Gamer here, back with another Division video. It's Friday, which means the vendors have reset, and I will be going from place to place to find out what the best items are for sale this week in the Division. So if the video is helpful in any way, shape, or form, please drop it a like. It's very much appreciated, and it does help the channel grow. So if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing for more Division content, as I do put these out every single Friday. Now, it's the first vendor reset of 1.8. Let's hope that we get something good this week. So down here at the hub, obviously I own all of the two weapons and whatever blueprints we have. I do know there is a classic M44 carbine for sale here because I checked my PC account, and apparently I don't own that on there. Other than that, there is a flash hider with accuracy on it and stamina mask. So just double check that one vendor. Alright, exotics. It'd be great if we had the new ones, but no, of course not. Alright, so the pecan, 21% damage to targets out of cover, which is super nice that they did this. Accurate, determined, and pecan. So, you know what? That's actually not bad at all. You can get rid of accurate for something else if you don't like it. The Cassidy, 312% stagger with competent, commanding, and boomstick. Reroll commanding for something else if you like to run the double Cassidy. Liberator, 21% enemy armor damage with Meticulous, Adept, and Unforgiving. Not bad at all. You could get rid of Meticulous for something else. That's actually a pretty good Liberator. The Historian, 165% headshot damage with Intense, Meticulous, and History Repeats. I would pass on that. The Centurion, Expert, and Vicious. Just like to show that because some people want to pair it up with the Liberator to get the Free Republic. Good old Vector, Determined, Swift, and no. Alright, so I will quickly scroll through this stuff for those of you that are still interested in it. Don't forget that next week is global event number 2, number 3, and we're getting another batch of classified gear sets. These are pretty good accomplished knee pads if you want to stack up on your field proficiency caches. So you could pick those up if you really wanted to, but they drop in the open world quite often, so I wouldn't really waste Phoenix credits on them unless you have an abundant amount of them. And anything else good down here? That's not a bad defense holster for now, but you might as well just wait until next week, because I believe we've got D3 Predators, Mark, Banshee, and Nomad. So you know what? I would just wait till next week. Alright, anything else down here that is anything good at all? Electronics mod. Very good one. 266 electronics, over 3,000 health. I would pick a few of those up if you've got the credits to spare. And other than that, that is it. Let's move on. Alright, upstairs at the armory, there's a couple items for sale here. First up, there's an MP7, 21.5% crit hit chance with competent, brutal, and talented. Talented's in the free slot, so you could reroll that for whichever talent you wish. On top of that, there is an Infantry MG5, probably one of the best LMGs in the game. 21% damage to targets out of cover with Adept, Accurate, and Prepared. You could reroll Accurate if you don't like it for something else, but one way or another, that is a very good Infantry MG5.
Maybe next week.
There's at the base of operations, there is an extended magazine here with 117% mag size, just a little bit over, 3% crit hit chance, and 5.3% rate of fire. So if you don't already have a better one or the blueprint to craft some up, I would go ahead and grab a few of these for now until you do get some better ones. Two items are here. First up, there's a Reckless chest piece. I know some people are still a fan. 1216 stamina, 7% skill haste, 4% health on kill, which I would definitely reroll for health, and 55% ammo capacity in the minor. Now, for those of you that have been asking, Damage to Elites mods, yes, we have one here. It's also a stamina mod. 209 stamina with 3% damage to elites, so go ahead and pick a few of those up if you are interested. Okay, and up at Camp Clinton, we have a couple more vendors up here now, which is pretty cool. And what do we have for sale? We've got a military M9 Pass M870 Express, so if you are a fan of the M870, I would go ahead and pick that up. Firearms gloves and knee pads, and finally an angled grip blueprint. This will do wonders for your weapon in terms of stability. And a hollow sight. Alright. Alright, over at the second vendor down here in Camp Clinton, don't forget we have exotics here as well, but the talents on them will be different. So first up is a Liberator, 22% enemy armor damage with Meticulous, Competent, and Determined. I would get rid of Meticulous for something else, and you've got yourself a good Liberator. The Historian has 164% headshot damage with Prepared, Brutal, and History Repeats. If you really want one, I would pick this one up. Centurion, expert and responsive, not bad at all. The Cassidy, 338% stagger with adept, deadly, and boomstick. I would go ahead and pick these up if you do want to run the double Cassidys. The Pecan up here has 19% damage to targets out of cover with ferocious, skilled, and Pecan. That would be personal preference if you want to try to make use out of that with a skill build. There is a black market AK-74 for sale here. 20% enemy armor damage with brutal, competent, and self-preserved. Self-preserved is in the free slot, so you can reroll it however you wish, making use out of it in PvE or in PvP. Now, other than that, the rest of this is kind of okay stuff, and a few pieces are pretty good, which I will show you, but next week we've got the next global event. So I'm gonna leave the choice up to you guys, obviously, what you want to do. But AlphaBridge knee pads, these are good. 1265 stamina, over 15,000 health, blind depth resist, disorient resist, shock resist. AlphaBridge will not be in the very first global event that we're getting, but it will be in the last one. So if you need a pair, I would pick these up. On top of that, down here is a really good Banshee holster, but Banshee is going to be one of the classified gear sets coming to the next global event. So the choice is yours. If you really want to get a good one, pick this one up, or wait and test out your RNG when the global event strike comes next week. Other than that, that's everything that we have up here at Camp Clinton. Safe house, there are 2 items for sale. First up, we have another 3% damage to elites mod, but this time it is in the electronic slot. So if you didn't want the one for stamina and you wanted one for electronics, there is one available here. On top of that, a prototype performance mod with 2% pulse critical hit damage. That's a max roll, so for those of you that are running pulse and you want to try to max it out, go ahead and pick a few of these up. Moving into the dark zone at West 53rd Street, that was it for all of the light zone safe houses. I cannot believe it, but all the way up here, she's got a surplus SVD for sale. 168% headshot damage with skilled, dominant, and disciplined. I'm pointing this out because the skill build players, they can get rid of dominant for something else, and with that high of a headshot damage percentage, you know what, you could do some work with this and have a nice SVD for a skill build. Okay, up at the East 40th Street DZ checkpoint, there's 2 items for sale here. First up, there's a Navy MP5N, 19% critical hit chance, which I know that's a bit on the low side, but you can optimize this gun if you want to and get it maxed out. Capable, Unforgiving, and Predatory are on it. You could reroll Capable for something else, and you have yourself a great PvE and Navy MP5N. And on top of that, there is a prototype performance mod for sale here, 4% ballistic shield damage.
That's fine. Someone else will want.
Alright, at the DZ04 safe room, she's got 2 really good items for sale here. First up, there is a prototype firearms mod, 252 firearms with over 3,000 health, and on top of that, she's got a 6% first aid self-heal prototype performance mod, which is a max roll. So if you got the DZ funds and you need both of these, I would grab a few of each.
I'll be waiting when you're ready.
C08 safe room, he's got 1 item for sale, and it is this Vigorous chest plate. 1229 stamina with 4% all resistance. I would reroll that for health and you're good to go because you've got 9% skill haste and 53% ammo capacity in the minor.
You're not going to find a lot of other
9
options.
safe room. There's a couple items for sale here, but once again, I will remind you, only get them if you absolutely have to, because Global Event 3 Strike is coming on Tuesday. Sorry to sound like a broken record, but I want to remind you guys of that. So the defense backpack for sale here has 1229 firearms, 8% crit damage, and 55% ammo capacity, and the minor, it's a really good backpack. No reason to turn it down other than the fact that we have classifieds coming our way. And then the final item are these pair of Banshee Gloves, which again, Banshee is coming to the next global event. 1270 firearms with 7.5% enemy armor damage, 4% health on kill, which you could reroll for something else like your weapon of choice, and 5.5% crit hit chance. So anyways, that is everything that we have for sale this week in the division that is worth taking a look at, whether you are a new player or a veteran day one player like myself. So unfortunately it wasn't that great, but you know what? Next week we have a lot to look forwards to, and that should hopefully make up for it. On top of that, we have all the new activities as well. But anyways, get the decent items that were for sale this week if you do need them. Other than that, guys, quickly once again, if the video helped, hopefully you'll drop a like on it. Don't forget you can follow me on Twitter at AfflictedGamer. And other than that, I will see you guys very soon in the next video and next week for the live streams for Global Event number 3, Strike. Until then, guys, have a great day, and I will see you very soon in the next video.